Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be starting the foundation pages or putting things that I know I want to use inside my album. My album is a Citrus Twist 6x8 in the color Spruce. I will have it linked down below in case you are interested. And I am playing around with a few patches that I got from Hobby Lobby that I will iron onto the cover and one onto the spine. I just haven't decided just yet. But that part's not important because if anything, it's better to do it probably towards the end so that they don't get all mashed and mangled throughout the month of December. So the book does come with some page protectors. So we have some full 6x8. It has a few of 2 4x6s. And then the 4x6 with 2 3x4s, and I'm sure, yep, the 4 3x4s as well. So we have the classic variations that we usually see in most albums. Now this is the 6x8, and I definitely wanted to just have out the ones I knew that I wanted to make like full page moments, you know. And the Santa is so cute, and there's one other sentiment. This one. So those are going to be like resting spots. And then I wanted to cut down the extra 3x4 cards as well. And then have this book ready to go. And so sometimes what I also got to keep in mind is like a little interactive moment to keep in mind. So like if I fold this in half and then have, you know, a picture in here or something, will the back side look good covered up? And this one actually could have a photo cover because I don't need the deer. So that actually might be the one that goes. And then in the same moment, if these were the flip ups, I love the present one. And then you would open up to that. And then we would lose the joy. Maybe not that one, but this one definitely. Because I definitely don't think I'm not a deer person. So let's cut this one down to the moment and then fold it on that moment. And actually probably a little bit less because we want the flip up. Like I think, let me see. Because I'm thinking something in my head. I'm like, isn't it always a little bit better to paint longer? And this is just me. This is that starting process of like auditioning out what will work. If this is in here and I have it a little bit shorter, it'll just leave a little bit there, which I'm okay with because I can put something to notify that it's a lift up, and then this will be a photo moment. Yeah. Okay, so we have something like that going on. Then, you know what I'm thinking? Let's see. Do these fit perfectly in them? Yeah, they do. So it fits perfectly. The only thing I am thinking is if you make it like something that interacts. But I do like this, but I really do the best time of the year. Let's definitely keep this one. As a full page and go from there. Okay, let me get the 12x12. Okay, so like I said, we have the 4x6s and the 12x12s all to cut. And I did buy 2 of these, so we're just gonna cut up these. Yeah. Okay, my crafty friends, so this is the year of Keep It Simple. So I'm taking the time to cut down the 4x6 pattern papers, and that way they will already be place markers into my album. I'm really thankful that I got 2 pages of this. And for the ones that were close to the top that have the branding strip on it, I made sure to leave that branding strip out right now and give it a score mark right there, and those will easily be created into flaps. If you haven't cut yours down like this, always keep that in mind, that brand landing strip can be that one piece that you kind of adhere to the photo, that it would be flipping up towards. So I'm making sure that I have a few flip ups ready to go. I'm not actually going to adhere them. I'm just going to tuck them in the pocket and know that at some point they can be used as a 4x6 flip up motion. I like that there's a variety of journal cards as well as decorative ones, and there's actually one that's also a vertical 4x6, this one. So I do have page protectors for it, and uh or I can use it another way. This one I do use, it's not actually going to be in this video, but I do cut it down for the most of the sheet to be a 6x8, or outside the page protector, which is 7x8 1/4. So I do cut it down so that the right side holds a majority of that wreath, and then there's left of a like 4-inch wide extra piece of paper, but it will be a full wreath when that page is utilized. It's just not in this video because I just did that the other day. Here I am still going through some of the decorative pages in the 6x8 were just so cute to use. So I am making sure I have one that I'm just auditioning out that will just be folded in half and to make room for the hole punches. Just a simple, like I said, page where maybe the story is a short and brief one, and we can, like I said, keep the train moving forward in the month of December. I also have used the 4x4s that I left to attach so that it can be opened up on this page protector. This page protector, it's like 2 4x4s with a bunch of 2x2s, is from scrapbook.com. And now I'm just going through the rest of it, knowing which ones I want to use. So I kept the tree one as a full page, and I will create a pocket outside the page protector using some of the tags from the collection. So whenever that story gets utilized, it too is ready to go. It just sits kind of unconstructed inside a page protector. Once again, I am using the 6x8 ones, and I do in the end like the one with the present, and it'll flip up, and then I lose the one that says join the back, but it'll be a nice background photo. I'm making sure to keep some of the flip ups and flip downs on both sides of the page, like left and right, just to make sure that there is a small amount of interaction, and that way it'll tuck into another photo or more journaling. The 2x2s, I do cut all of these down. I have the page protector ready to go. That's what is it, 12 2x2s, the whole 2x2 page. And I have them all lined up when you see it in the flip through, where all of the 2x2s are towards the left of the side, just with the kind of attempt to maybe cut off the last row as just one other way for page variation. I just want some variety. So Allie Edwards had a shaped die cut page that had 2025, and I was heavily inspired. I did not buy anything from her collection, but I wanted to recreate that 2025 motion. So I made it in the Silhouette Cameo software. And how I simply did it was just do 20 and then hit enter, 25 at the bottom, and then made sure that I, like release the compound and then zhuzh them so that they all sort of touched together in some area, and then welded them together in Cameo. And I didn't want to have the holes be like a part of a rectangle attachment, so I'm putting them on clear packaging. The packaging is from a daughter's Barbie doll facing that I've made a like 2-inch strip and made it so I'm attaching it with my tiny attacher so that it's just clear, and that way the numbers are just floating as my title page. Once I welded it, it was easy to cut out. It's black glitter cardstock from Hobby Lobby. And then all I did to do the back side was there's an option to flip it vertically or horizontally. And I think I flipped it vertical or horizontally. It's on the horizontal on metallic red paper. And that way, that's how you see that I have the back side also covered. I could have used pattern paper from the collection I'm using, but I just did not want to waste it just yet. And I had this gorgeous metallic red, which was also from Hobby Lobby, and use that into my Silhouette Cameo. Of course, my tape gun runs out right when I need it, so I'm refilling my ATG gun. And then we will continue on with the process. So here I am attaching it. And so I remember it's on a clear piece of packaging from a Barbie doll. And that will be where the holes are through that title piece. And it worked out just well. Don't worry, I also feel like I will go back and embellish it later on, just not right now. Okay, my darlings, I think I'm going to stop right there. I did my title page. I still didn't even glue on the cover things because I'm still not 100%, but I have them ready to go right here. But we did do the little cutout page, and I made it back on the red. And usually I do this little like recap. I did this last year too. and it's black and white, but because this was black, I kind of just left it black and, you know, the colors of the pages. And it was just kind of like a highlight reel for the year. Last year, for instance, I did my little water alcohol ink tree on some acetate, and then did the highlight photo like this, and it's all black and white because this was color sitting on top of it. So we switched it up this year. We have the black and white, or black, you know, two-tone 2025, and then the color inside. And then as far as the pages go, it's very loose. So we have a full page with the quote, because I'll probably put like my family photo. That's usually how I open with, and do some journaling, probably with a tag and a slice, but have that there. I've left things like this because this will be a flap on the page, so the flap is ready to go, just not adhered to the photo that will be there. I've included those extra page shapes from Ali Edwards, and then it was just really place marking them and what I would do. So there would be a photo here for a red background, because that was a vertical card. Another page cut out. This one was from a previous simple story, so I just added there because one of the stories might need a lot of journaling. We have 2x2s. I just simply folded this 6x8 in half to have just page variation. This in the end will be on the outside of the page protector with the tags inside, and hopefully adding a photo or two, so that is ready to go in here. And yeah, just place markers. Like I said, I just knew, I am not going to be able to do a very busy or intricate or interactive album. The extent of the interaction will be these flip ups, just some quotes and some flip outs. This also has 2x2s that I could cut off. Another page shape. Some full page fun. The only thing I think I want to add still would be like a pocket. Usually I have one story that's always a pocket. Here's some 2x2s, which are some placeholders. This is a page protector to hold the vertical card itself. This simple flip right there. And so that is all that I have right now, you guys. I know usually I am someone that does some foundation pages and has a very interactive album per se. But this season, follow me for the simplicity of it all, because with my busy life and taking care of my husband, who is, currently just a handicapped person, it is very difficult for me while working full time and caring for him to do as much as I have in the past. So this chapter in life, 2025, the year just looks a little different, simpler, and I feel like as long as I can take my photo a day and my journaling a day and just keep it to that, whether it's a full page photo or just printing a 3x4 for one of those pocket pages, and keep the train moving forward, no matter what is completed for the season, I will be more than happy and satisfied with the results for 2025. I have the book plate from there from ColorCast Designs. And so, yeah, so follow me here. I will try to perhaps film, if I can, do a couple of pages per day. If not, I feel like maybe I'll just do catch-up videos, like 4 days at a time, just to like I said, keep it going if I'm able to remember to record. But also follow me on my Instagram. I'm pretty active over there. It is linked down below. It is Moments to Memories period by Ty, and maybe they'll just be reels if they're rather simple per day. But the idea for me this year is keep it simple, sweetie. That kiss, right? Keep it simple, sweetie. Yep, kiss. It is a kiss kind of year. And I'm okay with that because it'll give my collection, because this is my 11th year doing December Daily, some variety. Years that I've gone all out with intricacy and interactive and pull tabs and flip ups and hidden journaling, and years maybe like this one that are just my classic albums for the year, which is also good in the mix. So thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe to my channel if you are new. Give this video a thumbs up. And until next time, everyone, bye.